How many barrels are there if one holds 3 liters of water and another holds 2? The man answers, 2. Everyone is stunned. He's the first person in the world to get it right, and just like that, he becomes president of the United States. Why? Because years later, the average American IQ has dropped to single digits. The cause? Smart people are too busy working, they don't have kids, dumb people have nothing to do, so they just keep having more kids. Over time, intelligence drops off a cliff. To fix the crisis, the government comes up with a plan. Put 2 high IQ people into hibernation, wake them up in 10 years, let them save the country. Joe and Rita are chosen. They're promised a big reward when they wake up, so they enter the pods. But then, the only guy who knows about the project gets arrested. The whole thing is forgotten. Years pass, the lab is demolished, the pods are tossed into a landfill, time keeps ticking. Suddenly, it's 500 years later. Trash has piled up like mountains. No one cleans anything. Then one day, a single soda can tips the balance. A mountain of garbage collapses, slams into the city like a tsunami. Joe's pod rolls right into a guy named Frito's house. By sheer luck, the pod opens. Joe wakes up. Frito is in the middle of learning 1 + 1 = 2. Joe's arrival distracts him. He forgets the answer. Angry, Frito gets up and throws Joe out the window. Joe's dazed. He tries to find a hospital, but the billboards look like cartoons. He walks inside. Everyone seems slow. Even the robots. He checks in. The nurse stares at some cartoon buttons. She doesn't know what to press. Finally, she just taps one at random. Joe gets sent for a checkup. The doctor hands him 3 probes. 1 for his mouth, 1 for his ear, 1 for his butt. Joe inserts them. The doctor says he did it wrong. Take them out. Swap them around. The one that just went in his butt, that one's for his mouth. Joe's horrified. He runs to rinse his mouth under a faucet. Later, he finds a magazine. It says it's the year 2505. Did he really sleep 500 years? He yanks open the curtains. Outside, buildings are leaning over, tied up with ropes. Bridges are broken. The cars still drive like nothing's wrong. Joe is speechless. That night, he walks up to a vending machine. Before he can press anything, 2 cops jump out. They tackle him to the ground. No explanation. Joe is dragged to court. The judge looks clueless, but kindly assigns him a lawyer. It's Frito. He still hasn't figured out 1 + 1. Frito talks a lot, but he's not defending Joe. He's helping the prosecution prove he's guilty. The judge makes his decision. Joe is guilty, sentenced to 10,000 years in prison.